WrestlePro fans, I am longtime independent wrestling Robert. Just last night, WrestlePro had its last hurrah of 2017 from their home in Rahway, New Jersey. The event kicks off with pre-show matches as we saw Corrine Mink defeat Chris Statlander. Then in an 8-man tag team match, all 4 members of Job Security defeated Richard Sharp, Melvin Kennedy, and their 2 partners whose names I did not get, and I apologize for that. Should be noted, the little girl who got to use my megaphone last month at Rahway began to cry due to the fact that Job Security won their match. Then the main show gets underway as the abominable CPA defeated Boom Boom Colt Cabana. CPA had some tax papers for Cabana, threw it up in his face, and CPA capitalized to get the win. Up next, out comes Sean Donovan, still wearing a neck brace, and he runs down the fans and runs down the children, runs down Christmas, and eventually he's interrupted by Fala Claus, which was Fala Ba, wearing the top of a Santa suit and a Santa hat and a Santa beard. And they get into an argument, and to the point where Fala attacks Donovan, rips the neck brace off his neck. He was about to climb up the second rope and basically turn Donovan into instant eggnog. But then out come Team Espinikos, Nikos Ricos, Jose, and Hose B with Coach D, and they ended up they attacked Fala, and out comes Pat Buck and Rhett Titus, and the 6-man tag team match got underway, which saw Team Espinikos defeat Pat Buck, Rhett Titus, and Fala Ba. After the match was over, they got their hands on Coach D, and Fala Ba basically made instant eggnog by bonsai dropping Coach D. Next up in a women's matchup, Sienna defeated Casey Catal. And then in tag team action, we saw 2 of the Beach Bums, Crawford and Flamingo, defeat the Taboo crew, Craig Steele, and I still didn't get his partner's name. And after the match, Craig Steele basically attacked his partner, and he slapped manager Gino Gotts in the face before storming out of the ring. Up next, it was time for the first defense of the Silver Championship, as Anthony Bowens challenged Danny Moff. Early in the match, Moff attempted a suicide dive to the floor, and Moff's knee seemed to have given way. And Mario Bocra, who was doing commentary for this match, came to check on him. Ring announcer Dave Sturcio and even ref Andre were all checking on him, and Moff took the microphone from Sturcio just when it was about to stop the match. And Moff tells the referee, that if he stops the match, he'll kill him. And didn't care if he had to pay for his injury the next day. And then the match continued, and despite 3 running knees from Bowens, Moff kicked out of all of that. Moff eventually put Bowens down with the burning... I think he did. He put him out with the burning hammer to retain the championship. After the match was over, out from the crowd, Bear Bronson attacks Moff from behind, still with the banged up knee. Bronson's manager, Jay Enterprise, came through the curtain. And then Moff, Bronson cannonballed Moff in the corner, took the silver championship belt and said that the belt was going to be his. Bowens eventually comes out to chase Bronson and Enterprise out of the ring. They went to intermission at that point. Then we had a 6-way matchup, which saw Buster Jackson of EJ5 defeat Joe Keys, Leon St. Giovanni, LSG, Max Caster the Tweeter, Brody of the Beach Bums, and Habib. Then in singles match, we saw Bobby Wayward defeat Crowbar by submission. Then we were set for the no DQ tag team match. And what happens is Kevin Matthews comes out not in his wrestling gear, And out comes their scheduled opponents, Delroy and gold champion Chris Avery Kuling. Kevin says, I'm not wrestling in this match. And he says, this no DQ match against Reality Check is still happening. And Kevin says, you're going to face Chris Steeler and the newest member of Reality Check. While Kevin's over by pointing at the curtain, out from the crowd comes Chris Steeler and new Reality Check member, Talon. The match was on, and I know Delroy had put Steeler through an ironing board. And I don't know if that's how the match ended. Delroy and Kuling were victorious, but then Kevin Matthews comes into the ring and making a 3-on-2 attack, and eventually Kevin took 2 spray cans of spray paint and sprayed the Reality Check logo on the top of Kuling's jumpsuit. Next up, we had tag team action as Santana and Ortiz of LAX defeated the Apple Corps, Matt McIntosh, and I forgot his partner's name. And as a result, they became the new tag team champions of WrestlePro. And the main event of the evening, which was a match which saw Eli Drake defeat Alberto El Patron, best remembered to WWE fans as Alberto Del Rio, to retain the TNA Impact World Championship. I do have to say, this was a very good show, despite the fact that bleachers were not packed. I guess it was due to the fact about other shows going on or people doing other things. Obviously, some stuff has been pretty much put in motion for the new year. And speaking of which, WrestlePro kicks off 2018 on Saturday night, February 3rd, as they will be in Rahway, New Jersey, with the debut of Tenille, who was known as Emma in the WWE, as she will not only be appearing, she will be going one-on-one with Angelina Love in the first ever all-female WrestlePro main event. That night, I'd also like to see Danny Moff defend the Silver Championship against Bear Bronson. The newly crowned tag team champions, Santana and Ortiz, to face Apple Corps in a rematch. I'd like to see all three members of Reality Check, Kevin Matthews, Chris Steeler, and new member Talon, take on Delroy, Chris Avery Kuling, and I don't know who they could get for a partner. WrestlePro, I forgot who your Trios champions are. Is it still the Beach Bums, or is it Buster Jackson and the Heavenly Bodies right now? And have you ever considered maybe a multi-man championship? Well, basically a championship that would be defended in multi-man matches, since there was a 4-way match Friday night in Brooklyn, and this particular show we're talking about had a 6-way match. Oh. Well, there was one memorable quote. Soccer sucks! Some guy in the crowd towards Team España. Definitely a great night of action and a great way for WrestlePro to end the year 2017.